should convince you. Did you know it is 11 years since John Travolta strutted his stuff in the movie Saturday Night Fever? It wasn't long after that the musicians who wrote and sang the songs from the hit film, they dropped out of sight as performers. The Bee Gees went to ground, but they kept writing a lot of hits for other people. Now they've got a new album of their own out, and the brothers Gibb talked to New York to Rona Elliott.
For 9 years, the Bee Gees stayed away from live performing until this concert last year in New York City. Since Fever, the brothers have kept a lower profile in the American music business, writing and producing hits for others. In Europe, though, the Bee Gees' concerts and record sales have remained strong.
After the Fever period, we wanted to take a rest from the Bee Gees because of all the high profile we had on the Fever situation and the high disco image which the film actually created for the Bee Gees, which is not what the Bee Gees were endorsing at the time or even out promoting.
We reached saturation point on radio, which is never any good for anybody, because you get to the point where people don't want to play your records, you know, rather than want to play your records.
Now, how do you feel approaching this new album?
I feel great.
If we're going to reclaim ground that we've lost, then we have to make the best album we know how to make. Not just make an album for certain ears or an album that's commercial. It's just what we love as music. We've always had a feeling about something we thought was a hit, like Islands in the Stream or like the song Guilty. And it happened on this album with a song called One. We feel in our bones that that's a hit record.
Music was always the brothers' first love. They sang together as kids in England and then Australia, and by 1958 the group was officially formed.
It was never our intention to do anything else with our lives except to become famous. Before we ever got into our teens, we'd already agreed between each other that that's where we were going.
It was in 1967 that the Bee Gees achieved worldwide success the first time, with a string of hits that wouldn't quit. Papa Joe was on me. Because you're brothers, like the Everly Brothers, one of the gifts that you really have is this three-part harmony.
Because it's close harmony. Close harmony always sounds better than just normal harmony. Close harmony comes from people who have the same vocal tones.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah. The easiest example is one, 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 one. That's basic.
Really basic on that.
One. Okay, that's 1, 3, and 5.
Yeah.
That's the number of those harmonies.
On the keyboard.
They're very
also,
simple.
vocal tones make a big difference too. The Beatles had close harmonies because they all came from the same area and they grew up together. So they spoke like each other. And it's the same with us because we're brothers, we have the same vocal tones.
Although never one of the Bee Gees, their youngest brother Andy was a successful solo performer. He died last year at age 30 from heart problems related to prior drug use.
I think when it happens with someone so young, it's not so much grief you go through as shock, because you never expect it to happen.
What are some of the lessons of success that you've sort of had to manage over the last 25 years?
But I think, if anything, is that the lessons are that you must keep on going. Persistence.
Because the persistence pays off more than anything else.
Yeah, believing in your music and yourself and not listening to critics.
We totally believe in our music, that's it. Regardless of what anyone else may think of it, you know, and it just drives us on.